transition area as the kids come out of the pool. If you can help them change onto their cycle. Once they do that, out. Don't get back in when they're coming off the cycle. You know, don't get back in for anything else because you're just going to be in the way. If you think they can handle it themselves, getting on the bike and everything, don't even get in here then, because it just creates a lot of confusion. You know?
Probably just one per person.
Yeah, really, not like 4 or 5 people, just one person. If you go up to the pool to watch the stars, when you come in, there's a chute for the triathletes. We want you to stay out of there. There's a small space where you can run down right on the outside, over there. Come back into this area, you know, on the outside of the flags. So try to just keep out of the athlete's way so they can have a clear run down here. Any questions anybody has?
Where are you from?
Sure, mate.
Are you getting ready for the Ironman?
Yeah.
Is that what you're training for?
No.
For a kids triathlete?
Yes.
You going to be on TV?
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to be one of the younger triathletes, aren't you?
Yes. But I'm almost 7.
You're almost 7?
Yes.
That's right.
You train with your father?
No. Well, yeah, yes.
Bicycle,
but,
right?
yeah. I do it just before it gets dark. I get on my bike and go out with my dad, and I go out bicycle riding.
Oh, that's good. How many miles do you ride when you train?
About 3 miles or so?
Yeah.
You're going at least about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
Well, heck, we ride almost that long. You got to start riding with us.
You just need thinner wheels, huh?
Yeah. Thinner wheels.
You think you're going to get your sister in the next one?
Well, Lena's, I don't think she can do it.
Turn this.
Because she doesn't know how to swim properly.
Well, you could teach her, couldn't you?
Probably.
All right.
But I couldn't teach her too much. She only does those doggy swims.
The doggy paddles?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
She's going to take classes with you.
Well, we'll see how you do.
Very good.
Get out?
Tommy?
Adam.
Adam. How much training have you been doing, Adam? You've been doing a lot of training?
Yeah.
How many miles you ride a day?
About 3.
About 3 miles a day on the bike. How many miles you running?
About 2.
2 miles on a run. You're swimming too?
Yeah.
You been training for this for a long time?
Yeah.
How long? About a month?
Yeah.
That's good. You got anybody else you training with, or you just training by yourself?
With my friend.
With your friend? You think you're going to beat him?
What? My friend's not in it. He just...
Oh, he's not going to be in it, huh? Probably figures that you're going to just run away from him, huh?
Yeah.
You getting ready for the Ironman? You think you'll do the Ironman one day?
Probably.
Good, boy. Which
Blue
group?
shorts, blue and white shorts, sort of right in front of me. Girl in stripe and pink and a boy in gray, white, and blue shorts.
over here. Over here. Yo. Don't stop them there. They got to put their bikes over here. No. That's what we're doing.
Right over here in the grass, anywhere.
Take your time, Dad. Take your bike.
Right there, Lee. Right there.
Park yourself on the grass.
All right, come on.
Watch out. Stay on the road, please. Okay, right this way. Right Adam, come on, kid. Come here, Adam. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Park in the grass.
Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Look at him. He's
Come on, Keith. Head up, boy, Keith.
Comes one. All the way through. Great race. Okay, good going. That's why last time, that's why we were yelling at you.
That's what I did. I'm not running with socks. These right here, and the other side, right through was perfect. Like this.
came out for a while.
George, just do this.
It did fall off.
Make a left. Grab one shoe and you go like that. Tilt your head to the left. Well, you before your shoe. That's very fast. Double down hills. We'll do that. I have very little notes, so leave me alone. So where'd they go? Yeah, jump off the platform. All right, McCann.
These better move. Some of the kids are going to come right down through there and step on it. We got to cut them off right here.
You're not supposed to help.
And there's Guy trying to get his car in gear. Getting asbestos from the clutch or the brake. Whatever it is, I don't know, but Guy, you left it.
He's 3:38. Fuel's hard. Who's this kid? Break the finish line.
Okay, go ahead.
Here in the grass.
Come on, all the way through the
Okay, here comes.
Hey Guy, how come I smell clutch every time you come around? I smell a burning clutch.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Right through the finish line.
Bye.
Go, Mark, hurry up. Put him on tight. Go, Robert.
Putting on the shoes, they're all putting on their shoes. Guys with the Velcro, they all got Velcro.
All right, guys, go. Go, go, go.
Don't help too much today.
Come on. Go.
Pick up some more. Lunch coming down.
A lot of people aren't running this fast. No, they're underestimating the That's okay.
Come on, go. Go, Gina. Go and be careful. Go. Hey, you two, you in a race?
What?
Then get over here, okay?
We are for the next one.
Get over here.
Time and everything is up there. Oh, yeah. I turned the motor drive off.
The death of our producer, Megan McNally, was highly unexpected.
We all feel bad.
Another deep dismount. That's a side saddle. Dismount there. The bikes start to pile up in the transition area.
Tell you what, here.
I think you picked, here we go, there's more. More coming.
Okay, slow down. Okay, put your bike over here. Slow down the grass. Park it on the grass.
12-year-old.
Put your bike right here.
Starting to come a little more.
Ho, ho, yeah, all right. Oh, got a brand new one.
Where's Barry?
Slow it down. Put the bike right over here. Right on the grass. Slow down. Slow down. Don't crash into each other.
Way to go, way to go, way to go. Get it.
Okay, slow down. Put your bike right over on the grass. Right there. Okay, that's good. Like it. Right, come on.
The Kool-Aid Kid Triathalon.
Right over here.
The first girl's coming to let us. She looks fresh. She's going to catch some of those. The winner!
Okay, slow down. Over here, over here, over here, over here.
Am I supposed to roll the bike?
Over here, slow down. Don't crash into each other.
5 seconds on it. Third girl.
Stop it right there.
Okay, go.
Hey, everybody. Slow down right there. Oh, yeah. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Woo.
If you don't get him, you know, get right through. Good right. All the way. All the way through. Good right. All right, good right. All the way through. All the way through. All right. Okay, all the way in. All the way in. Come on, let's go. Finish. Come on, right up there. All right, good finish. Great shoelaces. Come on, finish up. Finish strong. Right through there. Right through the Kool-Aid sign. Good finish.
Okay, we gotta start the next race.
All right, good finish. Well, they're not done.
Get something to come in and
No, stay with me. No. Not my legs.
Predict the weather like it was. I'd like to thank all the parents for coming out, all the kids for participating. We do plan, hopefully, to have a series of kids triathlons this summer at different locations throughout the county so that you don't always have to come out west.
You take Mr. Kool-Aid's hand.
Absolutely.
Is the car open?
Where are they?
Look, man, he's taking your picture.
Jamie a hand. Allison Waxman. George Irish. Jerry Pertnoy. Joey Groen. There, Joey. Matthew Ruff. Andy Miller. Lloyd Cox. Chris Shoup. Liam Donahue.
Sorby.
Lee Feldman.
Sorby.
Gabriel Bloom. Scott Sternberg. Adam Jacobs. David Sherburne. Mason Pertnoy. Mason. Jason Beal. Joey Gomez. Chris Robinson. Chris Pokrana. Richard Judd. Yeah, there's a big hand. Way to go. Billy Cox. Billy. Patrick Tingham. Frank Bartanowitz. Sean Thompson. Jason Graviro. Oscar Brio. Dennis LaRue. Tim Cray. Jason Latona. Jimmy Block. Eric Miller. Debbie Tervasio. Gia Zucano. Shannon Wack. Donna Jurgensen. Christina Knoll.
Yeah, that's
Robert Suarez.
punch bag.
Naomi Postma. Gino Roncaco. Jonas Sugarman. Julie Miller. Chris Roberts. Eddie Brito. Ralph Manuzio. James Bloom. Sherry LaRue. Michael Judd. Robert Foreman. And Paul Corey.
Both my sneakers in 2000.
Okay.
Okay, and now for the overall awards, we have third place, female 8 and under, Jennifer Pocrano. In the boys division, third place, 8 and under, Glenn Goldstein. Second place, female 8 and under, Kristen Judd. Second place, male 8 and under, Douglas Williams. First place, female 8 and under, Irina Kosenko. First place, 8 and under, Ryan Campbell. Okay, all the 8 and unders, if you want to get around Mr. Kool-Aid, we'd like to get a picture of you all. Then, Amy Bartanowitz. Third place, male 9 and 10, Frank Bradley. Second place, female 9 and 10, Sarah Ann Root. Paul Walton, second place, male 9 and 10. First place, female 9 and 10, Kim Pitanaro. First place, male 9 and 10, Mason Pertnoy. Okay, would all those like to get... Third place, male 11 and 12, Adam Shevchuk. Second place, male 11 and 12, James Treviso. First place, female 11 and 12, Raquel White. Rachel, I'm sorry. First place, male 11 and 12, George Kosenko.
Look at the camera, Keith. Look at the camera.
Please look at me, okay? I'm smiling.
All right.
Steve Pagano, male 13 and 14, Steve Beard. Second place, male 13 and 14, Peter Hurst. First place, female, Dana Zenahan, 13 and 14. And first place, male, 13 and 14, Eric Poirier.
On the other hand, it might be... But who gets the operation and who doesn't often is a judgment call.
Whether somebody gets this operation is most determined by what physician they go to see.
Thomas Preston is a cardiologist and professor at the University of Washington Medical School.
The point is that most patients fall into this very large gray zone where they could have it or not have it depending on the attitude or belief of their physician. And it's absolutely the case. If you go to physician A, you'll get the operation. If you go to physician B, you won't.
The bypass operation was developed nearly 20 years ago with the express hope of preventing heart attack, prolonging life, and relieving pain. Over the years, the number of bypasses performed skyrocketed. But all the while, the best test to prove if the operation was working was not done. Namely, to compare the results of patients who had the bypass with those who didn't. William Castelli is one of the tiny number of doctors who warned that the bypass might not do all it was promised to do.
Now we're seeing people come through the front door of our clinic with those nice big scars down there as well. Why? That's the solution to this problem. Is it the solution? Can you prove that that solution is the ultimate answer? And I'm saying no.
Scientific answers were finally provided when a long-awaited comparative medical test was completed. Called the CAS study, it examined results among people who had the bypass and people who didn't, by scrutinizing the records of 15 huge hospitals over a 10-year period. By and large, it's a safe operation. Only 2% of patients die during surgery. But how does it do for the 98% who come safely through? The CAS study concludes that for the small minority of people with serious heart disease, and that's about 11%, a bypass will prolong life. But there is no proof that it does that for anyone else who has the surgery. However, when it comes to relieving pain, often incapacitating pain, the study says that bypasses do work, but only temporarily, and sometimes no better than drugs. The bottom line then, at least 10% of the time, bypass operations work no better than simpler medical treatment, drug treatment. Lloyd Fisher helped run the CAS study.
There have probably been well over 1 million coronary artery bypass operations in this country by now. So probably at least 100,000 people could have had their surgery eliminated.
Of 1 million bypass operations, 100,000 could have done just as well without the surgery?
If they had not had the surgery, they would have lived as long, and they would have had no more heart attacks or hospitalization.
When patients do go through the bypass surgery, does your study show that the heart is fixed, so to speak, or do they have to have another operation down the road?
Once the heart muscle is damaged, it is gone forever, and many individuals now are having a second bypass operation because the benefits of the first have failed.
Surgeons who do the bypasses say CAS is wrong, and no surgeon is better known in the field than Dr. Michael DeBakey. He says the CAS study looked at too few patients and made too many generalizations.
They took 25,000 patients to begin with. Out of that 25, they selected something like 4% for the study. You see? So it's a very highly selected group.
In 1984, when you have a patient who needs a coronary bypass operation, that patient needs the operation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These patients are symptomatic and markedly improved after the surgery.
Like most heart surgeons, Dr. David Bregman also disputes the CAS study. He operates in New Jersey and teaches at New York's Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. Dr. Bregman, the CAS study says that at least 10% of all heart bypass surgeries are unnecessary.
The CAS study is a decade old almost. Times have changed. Indications for surgery have changed. Now, and you're asking me about now, many of the patients who were operated upon at the time of the CAS study would not be operated upon now.
But other doctors say patients are still being operated on today who don't need the surgery. One Harvard cardiologist says that over 80% of the patients for whom bypass surgery is recommended and who come to him for a second opinion don't need it. So the final decision whether to operate or not is left to the patient. And often, say some critics, the patient is not told about the risks or side effects. John Peterson lives near Seattle and falls into the CAS group of someone not needing the bypass. Did you have pain?
No, never did have a pain in my chest at any time.
Because tests showed some blockage in his arteries, Mr. Peterson had the operation just the same. And almost immediately he suffered loss of memory and depression, according to his wife Jean and his daughter Wendy. Did you have any doubt about whether your dad should be operated on for bypass?
Not with the way it was presented, that if he didn't have the heart surgery immediately, he would probably have a massive coronary, and that would be it. He would not survive it.
Does the memory loss go on to this day?
Oh, yes.
In other words, he's not the same fella in certain ways
Right.
that he was prior to the bypass.
That's correct.
Did nobody suggest that there would be side effects to
No,
this?
that was not one of the side effects they gave us.
I take it that the Peterson family believes this operation was not necessary.
Yes.
Yes.
I say so.
But most patients are convinced their bypass was not a mistake, like this group in Spokane, Washington, who literally line up to express their thanks. Mr. Nicholas, you had your operation how long ago?
Well, just about 2.5 weeks ago.
Stand up. Honest?
Honest.
And you feel pretty good?
Really good.
Feel good?
Feel great. I felt as good. If I was as physically potent as I look, I'd be dangerous. But,
Oh, well.
I'm glad I was one of the ones that had heart surgery.
Some of these people say the operation eliminated their pain, and it's pain relief that is the clearest accomplishment of bypass surgery. But Dr. Preston says even this benefit is exaggerated. An extreme medical conservative, his studies suggest that heart pain is largely psychological, and he says the CAST study underestimates the number of unnecessary operations. It's not 10% that are unnecessary, he claims, but 50%.
A lot of patients will come in and say, I'm so much better. I haven't been this well for 10 years.
That's right.
The CAST study shows that although patients perceive themselves to be a lot better, their employment status and their recreational status after surgery is no different than those who don't get the surgery. I did a study once that I could never get published in which I interviewed spouses, I interviewed the patients, I interviewed other physicians who knew them, and I showed, to my satisfaction at least, that these people, almost all of whom perceived themselves to be a lot better off, were not as well as they thought, according to their spouses, who said they were not out doing more, that they felt better, and they tell you they felt better, but they were not doing more.
One major reason for unnecessary operations is that both doctors and patients want to do something, and that something frequently isn't medically proven. That's happened with previous heart operations. Dr. Robert Mendelsohn is a practicing physician and a writer of books that take potshots at the medical profession.
There's a famous operation that was called poudrage, French for powdering, in which the doctors would open up the chest and they would sprinkle talcum powder on the outside of the heart in an attempt to stimulate the growth of blood vessels into the heart. That operation was widely acclaimed. They used to say that people after that operation would go out on the golf course, even if they never golfed before, until one doctor did the controlled study. And he took half of the patients and opened up their chest and didn't put in the talcum powder. And the results were exactly the same in both groups. And that's why the operation of poudrage disappeared.
Mike, when you're ill, and it's 30 years ago, before the first open heart operation, perhaps something would help. And what the talcum powder did was irritated the heart, made new blood vessel connections between the pericardium and the heart. Some people seem to be better. It's very difficult to prove, obviously, but it was something at that time.
The old operation never stops until there's a new one to take its place. There were no fewer than 7 previous operations over the prior 40, 50 years for angina, all of which were enthusiastically accepted and promoted by the medical profession with claims of results every bit as good as today's operations. Each of those operations stayed until other operations supplanted it, and it was only afterwards that people looked back and said, well, in retrospect, that didn't look so good.
Another reason for unnecessary operations, say some medical experts, isn't because of misplaced optimism, but rather financial motives. Well, the fact is that bypasses are big money makers with big profit margins. The patient pays about $25,000 overall, most of it covered most of the time by insurance. In 1984, the number of bypass operations reached about 200,000. And if you eliminate unnecessary bypasses?
The savings should be approximately $400 million to $1.5 billion per year.
It is clear that there is a good, solid reason to raise the question, how much of the surgery going on is in fact clinically required and how much is economically motivated.
Lowell Levin is professor of public health at the Yale Medical School. What's true with surgery generally, he says, is true of heart surgery.
If you have a region with lots of surgeons, you'll get lots of surgery. If you have a region with fewer surgeons, you'll get less surgery. So surgical services are related in many ways to how many surgeons you have available for those services.
Are there too many surgeons?
There are indeed too many surgeons.
What you're saying is that there are too many surgeons and too many hospital beds. And because there are too many of each, there's too much surgery.
Exactly.
The economics demand it.
That's true. And economics suggest it, and economics cause it.
The financial aspect is what I think is by far the greatest determinant of excess surgery. Let me ask you this question. If the surgeon's fee for this procedure were $500 instead of $5,000, do you think we'd be doing as many as we are today?
Do you?
No.
I work on people that need to be operated upon, and so do my colleagues.
Money has nothing to do with it.
I can't personally see how it could happen. Personally, from my own practice, cannot see how one could operate on a patient that does not need the operation.
Some may, but not you, Dr. David Bregman.
That's correct.
Bypasses may soon be reduced, even replaced by new techniques. The newest? Balloon therapy, where blocked arteries are reopened by pushing tiny surgical balloons through them. Doctors are highly optimistic, but no comparative tests have yet been done.
The people who design these things and who get very good at it think they're doing a wonderful job. They actually believe. They say, look, it's so obvious. There was a blockage. I removed the blockage. The flow is coming. The person's going to feel a lot better for this, and they do usually. You see, it's so logical. I'm saying, yes, I believe that it's logical. Therefore, you could have a very short trial. If it's so good, why, within a year you'd prove that it was good. Just prove it first.
Before you play around with human beings.
That's right.
Remember this, no matter how much you may need a bypass, it only relieves symptoms. It usually doesn't cure the problem. For this, the best way is to get proper exercise, don't smoke, and watch what you eat. And finally, before having a bypass, get a second opinion.
This is Ford Tempo, the forward-thinking car that outsells every import in America. And when you take advantage of Tempo's new low 8.8% finance rate, you also get to take advantage of Tempo's front-wheel drive, advanced aerodynamic design, and precise handling. And that's a very intelligent offer on Ford Tempo, the forward-thinking car. Have you driven the best-built American cars? Have you driven a Ford lately?
My dog's healthy and it shows, 'cause he's got the High Pro Glow. Healthy, High Pro Glow, energy, the High Pro Glow.
All the protein in High Pro helps to give the High Pro Glow.
Healthy, High Pro Glow, energy, the High Pro Glow.
Protein helps to keep him strong, glow with health the whole day long.
Healthy, High Pro Glow, energy, the High Pro Glow.
Purina brand High Pro Dog Meal.
Give your dog High Pro Glow.
Everyone said we should sell the boat and settle down. In other words, act our age.
Well, the heck with that. Nobody knows what's right for us but us.
And we're going to have a good time.
You're the one we want to please. Cable gives the choice to you. The who, what, and when that's right for you.
Cable TV lets us call the shots.
We decide what's important, what's amusing, what's provocative.
Cable's right.
'Cause cable's not just more choice, it's your choice.
Monday, when Amanda's cover is blown.
We'll give you a new identity and move you to another part of the country.
Not in the middle of the school year.
Will Scarecrow and Mrs. King go up in smoke? Then we're Kate and Allie, an author's inspiration for a sleazy novel.
I'm going to hawk the pig.
And a new hike. The boys asked Dick to help get their restaurant back on its feet.
Spot any flaws?
Then,
Somebody is out there trying to make us look like a bunch of monkeys.
an international jewel thief challenges Cagney and Lacey to a dazzling game of cat and mouse.
I know I'm going to nail him.
Monday.
Breathes there a man with soul so dead that he can resist a gadget? Andy Rooney can't.
I was in a department store in New York the other day. They were having a sale of these. You have one of these? You don't have one? It's a battery-operated flour sifter. You probably waste time sifting flour the old-fashioned way with one of these by hand. So often I have the feeling our inventors are inventing things for jobs we don't need help with. They aren't thinking of mankind. They're thinking of money. No one needs help sifting flour. This is an electric pencil sharpener. I suppose it's all right. But do we really need help to put a point on a lead pencil? The kitchen seems to inspire inventors to do their worst work. Who invented instant tea, for example, and why? All you do to make tea with this instant tea is add water. How do you make a cup of tea out of real tea? You add water, right? This isn't where we need help in our lives. Look at this. For pitting olives. I love rice, and I'm always amazed to see minute rice in a store. This says 5 minutes. It's minutes rice. I mean, regular rice only takes 15 minutes. And mashed potatoes. Who needs instant mashed potatoes? This is an egg separator. I like gadgets as much as the next person, but not to separate an egg with. Here's a real triumph. I wonder how many of these they sold. This is a ketchup dispenser. You take the top off, and then you take the ketchup, you take the top off the ketchup bottle, then you pour this into here. Then you put the top back on, and when you want ketchup, you use this. Now, how's that for a time saver? I don't think it would do us one bit of harm in America if we declared a moratorium on inventions. No new inventions for 1 year. We'd spend that year making the ones we already have work better.
Here we go again with a look at the mail. About our story on the Lutheran ministers who are siding with the unemployed in Pittsburgh and at the same time upsetting their congregations, a viewer said, "Hurrah for Reverend Roth. My milquetoast Lutherans are finally standing up and fighting for justice. In the past, I felt slighted that only priests or nuns were jailed." There was also the usual smattering of letters that contradicted each other. For instance, you gave Bishop May a chance to make a statement, but you barraged Reverend Roth with questions. Followed by, "The way you handled Reverend Roth, you sounded as if you had been raised in a parochial school where you don't dare ask questions." Finally, a viewer wrote, "Last season you said, 'Those stories and more tonight on 60 Minutes.' This season you say,
'Those stories and Andy Rooney tonight on 60 Minutes.'
He used to be funnier. I think the billing has gone to his head." I'm Harry Reasoner. We'll be back next week with another edition of 60 Minutes and another edition of Andy Rooney.
AT&T is in trucks, travel, software, temps. How? With AT&T Opportunity Calling for Business. It can help small business enjoy big savings on dozens of name brand products just by using AT&T long distance service. Our new catalog is coming to your office. Look for it. AT&T Communications. We can help your business in ways you've never thought of.
Stewart had a clear choice. Either get his division moving or forget about that promotion. So Stewart called in Team Xerox. They linked his office machines with a Xerox Ethernet. Then, with his new Xerox professional computers, he came up with a better way to distribute information, which he sent around the world on his Xerox electronic printers. Well, after all that, the division really got moving, and so did Stewart, with that promotion.
Where would you like these?
How about my old office?
Later tonight on Crazy Like a Fox, Harry's a witness to mayhem and murder. But first, guest stars Bruce Jenner and Dick Butkus join Angela Lansbury on Murder, She Wrote, next.
Here he is. He doesn't claim to be a Visigoth, right? But he looks like a regular fella to me.
20 years ago, they marched side by side in